background. Excellent. We are being recorded. So I'm going to begin with our flag here. We'll begin with Nicole to my left. So Nicole, why don't you start off?
Good morning, everyone. This is, for Memorial Day. Thank you to all those who have served and those that have lost their lives. We really appreciate your service and good time to reflect this weekend. Wishing you all a wonderful and safe Memorial weekend. We're here to help you with all of your title needs. And just a reminder, if you're going to be taking any listings and the property is held in a trust or an entity, be sure to obtain the documents from the property owners to make sure that you are working with the correct individuals and you have signatures from the individuals that have the right to sell the property. Give us a call for any of your title needs. Have a fantastic day, and thank you for allowing us to join you guys on your meetings. We love working with all of you.
Thank you, and thank you for reminding me on that. Before I continue to the next affiliate that we love you all so much, is welcome to Coldwell Banker Dynasty in Temple City, an agency that cares and an agency with a lot of heart. And here on behalf of Coldwell Banker, we thank all our affiliates for being present. And with that said, I'm going to go with the next person to my right, and that's Scott. Scott, you're up.
Hey everybody, Scott Shimamoto. I am parked in my car, not driving. If you're in your car, don't be driving during the meeting because that could put everybody on the meeting in jeopardy of, in case someone gets in an accident or something like that, everybody can get sued. But anyway, so I'm with Journey Mortgage Advisors, and we are a broker, which is great because we have access to multiple lenders. And right now, one of our lenders has a promotion where they're giving up to $25,000 in closing costs. They will pay up to $25,000. So including like setting up the impound account and everything else. The good part about it is we don't have to work with a third party, like a community agency or something, and create a situation where it's all kinds of additional paperwork and time. So we can close it on time. We got a 30-day escrow. We can do this. I just closed one, and the people got like a little over $10,000 to pay for their closing costs, which was great. So if you guys have any first-time home buyers, and they're in the right, income category and everything else, which is not that really low, 80% of AMI, they actually let you make some money. But yeah, I'd love to talk to your first-time home buyers, and if they qualify, I'd love to help them out. So thank you for letting me talk about that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and appreciate your words and all the knowledge that you share with all of us, that it's so helpful while we're out in the field stomping our boots on the ground. Thank you, Scott. And next here to my right is Jason. Jason, you're up.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Just want to remind everybody, as soon as times are kind of changing. There's a lot of natural hazard disclosure companies out there. There are a lot of them are going to be going away here. There's a lot of regulations and things that the NHD companies, it's kind of sad because it's actually kind of a crooked business. It's a unregulated business. You need to work with a natural hazard disclosure company. The disclosures, basically the local disclosures in all the areas. We're finding a lot of lawsuits. We have two offices, one in San Francisco and one here in Los Angeles. And we specialize in anything that could affect the water, the soil, the air. And the biggest lawsuits are anything that can affect the property. Not just that, but anything that affect the value and desirability of the property. And that leads me to the local disclosures. A lot of these natural hazard disclosure companies are selling reports, whipping them out in 5 minutes. They're making the agents responsible to verify these local disclosures. And these are the lawsuits are being created. There's a lot of ambulance chasing attorneys out there right now trying to create lawsuits. When somebody buys a home, and if there's a leaky ceiling or something small, that turns into a disclosure case and turns into a huge issue. It's the full value of the property. We're going to do a lunch and learn today. One of the attorneys is coming on this afternoon. I'm bringing lunch for the office, and I could talk a little bit more about it. But I like to be involved in your transactions. As soon as you get a listing, if you're representing a buyer, and that's what we do. We specialize keeping everybody out of court and everybody safe and everything disclosed. Everything has to be disclosed in California. You can't hide things. So anyways, Jason with Property ID, let me help you in the beginning of your transactions and be a big part of everything as it goes through. Take care, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate that. And next over on my left here is Sandy. Sandy, you're up.
Hey, everybody, happy Wednesday. So home warranty is risk management. This is what it does, okay? It manages risk for buyers, for sellers. It helps protect real estate agents. So in this market, when sellers don't want to provide one and buyers don't want to ask because, I don't know, they think the offer's cleaner without asking for something, even if they want to pay for it, that protects the seller still because we don't care who paid for it. You can get a home warranty at the same price for up to 60 days after the close of escrow. And if that's how they want to do it, that's fine also. It's effective the day escrow closes. There is no waiting period. There is no better way to help your buyers manage their out-of-pocket costs for the things that are going to break anyway. Saving $600 to spend $2,000 later is a bad business idea, okay? And we see it all the time. So be very careful and make sure you guys know your Crest office, get a Crest home warranty, protects you, the seller, and the buyer. I'll put my info into chat. Have a fabulous Memorial Day weekend and stay safe.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And we are going to go ahead and continue with Angie. Angie, you're up.
There we go. Hi guys, Angie Tang, First American Title. I wanted to talk to you about LLCs. So if you're taking a listing and there is an LLC, please pass by title to make sure that we tell you what we need up front. We might need to take a look at the LLCs, the managing members. Sometimes there's little stipulations within the LLC. And if there's an LLC and a trust, it's a double whammy. So you want us to take a look at that as well, because sometimes if we have to do the payoffs, to, let's just say, to a trust or to an LLC, and it's the bank account that we're sending to isn't under that trust or LLC, we have a little bit of a stickler there. So please let us know ahead of time so that we can let you know what direction to take, and what to let your clients know so that we don't have a little hiccup towards the end of escrow. So LLCs and trusts, we need to take a lot of look at that just to make sure. Even probate files, I've been having some probate issues as well. But things that can be resolved, it just takes a little bit of time. So please reach out to title so that we can make sure that we cover everything for you guys and help you along and close that escrow smoothly. I'm here to help you grow your business as well. Angie Tang, First American Title. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And next here in line is Nancy. Nancy, you're up. Nancy's out of space.
Sylvia, long time no see. I'm in the car right now.
We shared a
I'm in
donut
the
this
car
morning.
Yeah, I'm in the car right now. So everything that we do here, all the affiliates are here to help you. And as far as title's concerned, I know a lot of you do not order a property profile ahead of time. You just go on Reallist and look at it. On Reallist, all the information there is not really complete. So please give me a call or call our customer service. Let's order the profile before you go and take the listing. So this way we can prevent things from happening. I saw one that is not going to sell because the district attorney general of the Southern New York district has filed a lien on the property. So when you go to take that listing, you can take that information I gave you and show it to the seller. You're not the bearer of the bad news. I am. Say, title found this. How are we going to take care of this? And then you can put them into contact with me. I will ask them all the important questions on behalf of you. We can have a conference call. This way we can help you get the listing and sell it. So thank you so much, Nancy Chan, 40 years in the industry. Thank you, Sylvia. See you guys later. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's always nice to see so many of you in the industry for so many years. And really what that means is for all the rock stars that are here, it's not that you've just been in the industry, but you've made a difference in the industry. So I appreciate you.
Happy to.
Next here is Pam. Pam, you're up. Smiley girl.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, Pam with American Home Shield Home Warranty. I just wanted to touch base on pools. It's going to be happening soon. So make sure if you have a saltwater pool, you need to put that in your purchase agreement. Very important. I had one yesterday, actually. I'm surprised it's even a pool already, but they didn't have the salt water, so the cell wasn't covered. And she just ordered the chlorine pool. So just be careful on that. If you have a green pool and you're representing the buyer and it's in the listing, you know, it's in escrow, get spend the $100 and get a pool contractor, a pool licensed tech. Don't just listen to the inspector. You want to get someone when it's something a high end price, like a pool or air conditioning, and you're worried about it. Always get the technician to look at that and make sure. So you might need to ask for some money from the seller or have them repair it. You want to make sure you fix that before the warranty starts, because home warranty doesn't cover pre-existing. So just be careful on that. Always call me anytime if you have any questions. If you need any Coldwell Banker home warranty door hangers or anything free marketing, just let me know and I can order those for you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks so much, Pam. I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you a question. You or
Yes.
anyone here. So does home warranty cover septic tanks?
Yes,
Okay.
I think we all do.
Okay. And does that have to be mentioned?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, Sandy? Yeah.
Okay. And it's
Yes.
a lot more money.
So you always want to put, whatever plan you want and then add the septic, or if you want to add the pool,
Okay.
certain options, you got to make sure you add for that. Even
Okay.
if, like, let's say you even have a well pump, you
Yeah.
want to add that.
Got it.
Good
Okay.
question.
Thank you very much for all the agents that are out there out in the Inland Empire up in Victor Valley area. Good to know. Thank you so much.
And in Altadena too.
And West Covina, believe it or not.
Oh,
West
yep.
Glendora.
Uh-huh.
There are properties there.
I've been seeing that more lately than normal. So
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
not the hills. They're in
Because
the-
I don't think people know it's a covered item, so they don't ask for it. So
Right.
let's take care of those buyers.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Always good. It's always a good day to learn something new. Thank you so much. Next here, I have Unita. Unita, you're up.
Thank you. It's back to back home warranty. That's awesome. Thank
Yes.
you. You need a Woo Home Warranty of America, the 13 months home warranty. So let me know how can I be able to help you. We're here to help. I do speak English, Chinese, Indonesian, and Mandarin. And just like everyone saying today, like make sure that if you have any home warranty, reach out to your rep and we're here to help you. And we could be able to make those ordering for you as well. And if you do have any of those pool septic tank we talk about, please make sure you put it in on the RPA. Unfortunately, that home warranty section is getting smaller and smaller each year. You can't even put anything in there, but please do let us know because we don't go into the property itself. We have no idea what you need, right? So sometimes you just put the amount and not giving us anything. We don't know if there's a pool, a spa, or there's a septic tank or refrigerator that you need to be covered. So thank you again. We're here to help you. And thank you again for your support. Unita Woo from Home Warranty of America. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for that. And next here, let me see. I'm scrolling to see who else we have here. Is there any other affiliate that I may have missed? Any affiliate that I do not see on this screen here? I'm at the front desk. I have better reception here on the internet, so I don't see anyone else here. No? Okay. I know Kelvin may touch on this a little bit, but we talked about this over at Caravan. So I just basically want to say, to all of you, the reason why we celebrate Memorial Day is because of what? World War I. So after World War I, the Declaration was expanded to honor those that were killed in the nation's wars. So for all of you that have a family member, or all of you who have someone close or at far, that has passed away trying to defend our country, thank you. We extend that and we extend the grieving for that as well, because the grieving process never ends. It's part of keeping them alive. Thank you. So with that said, thank you all affiliates for being here. You may stay. I'm going to go ahead and welcome our broker here, Kelvin Chang, with a beautiful background. I don't know where he's at. Is he in Vegas or where are you in part of the world, Kelvin?
I'm here in Zoom land wearing this is your living room. And the reason why I'm wearing this is because today I think I wanted to just cover and share with you the 2023 Coldwell Banker listing presentation. And who better to present it to you guys and give you the techniques, the presentation skills. And if you look forward to the end of the sales meeting, I will be presenting to you a listing presentation using our slides that you can customize and put your information on so that you can be more effective when you talk and consult the seller. Good morning, everyone. It's 10:15. Thank you all the affiliates for sharing with us all of your wisdom and news and just keeping us up to date. It's great to keep that consistency and know that we're all here together trying to make our sales. And I hear from you guys and I hear from the affiliates helping our buyers, helping our consumers, helping our sellers, whatever side we're representing, we're giving them the best information. So that way there's resources. There is solutions. We're not just dealing with problems. We're being proactive. We're seeing these issues before they've even become one. If you can see them, you are going to be a better consultant for your clients. So with that said, I do want to share and expand on Sylvia's, a little bit of the Memorial Day. I do know and wanted to celebrate, a little bit about, thank you for sharing the news that it was from World War I. Hope you guys can see my screen. I'll start the slideshow. Someone say yes, please, or yes. You guys see the beautiful Los Angeles beach. Awesome. We got our affiliates all completed, and thank you for being with us. Because today's inspiration will be, no man is entitled to the blessings of freedom unless he be vigilant in his preservation. From General Douglas MacArthur, who did serve in World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. For me, when I take this and read this, because he is, he served in our military in preserving our freedom, preserving our democracy, preserving the ability for, not just the freedom of speech, the right to bear arms and be able to protest. But some people take our constitutional rights too far. Some people just take one aspect of this, for example, the freedom to protest, and that's why we now have and we're celebrating next month Juneteenth. Okay, there's a lot of different things that Americans and citizens and all of us, we forget some of the things that we should be doing, which is preserving our freedom. And when I look at this, I see just so many people just feeling entitled. I feel many children being raised where they feel like it's their privilege to be able to be, not obedient to the parents and losing some of that respect that we normally built in our cultures and our families. So I hope that we as parents or we as citizens and here in our communities are still remembering to preserve what our past fallen soldiers have fought for. So with that, thank you I hope you enjoy, celebrate, talk about some real estate this weekend as you gather and maybe have a barbecue. But remember, this is to celebrate our fallen soldiers and the rights and freedom that we have here in America. So I still see so many other countries. I've talked about this so many times, but living in other countries myself, I have seen so many things that governments have really taken from their citizens. And it's not simple things. It's even the ability, COVID or during these times of crisis, a lot of these governments are too controlling, in my opinion. And then they have so many different aspects of lack of rights, lack of input, lack of being able to even serve or volunteer or assist the government. Sometimes they don't even want your help. I think recently Mexico is even asking and calling upon the US government for help because they cannot control their cartels. So our bordering nation in Mexico now, I believe the government is giving authority to our military to being able to label the cartel, the Mexican cartel, as a threat and possibly being able to use our military dollars towards fighting the Mexican cartel, because obviously their government and their police cannot control the cartel themselves. So that's currently in the news. We have our sales meetings upcoming. So just continuing on the calendar, you can see here every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. I'm happy to see you agents continuing to be here, learning and expanding our abilities. I want to do a spotlight focus for tomorrow, Thursday, 12:30. We have an amazing attorney, Kelly Richardson. who is an amazing attorney here locally. So he has an office in Pasadena. But what's even further greater is he absolutely knows the purchase contract and the cancellation rights and all of the disclosure duties and the buyer and seller parties, the duties that they have, as well as the agents. He's an expert in this field because he does serve for CAR as an attorney for them, and he possibly does give consultations for some of the agents out there who call on the legal hotline. He's one of their resources out there. I know him personally. Sylvia knows him. We're happy to ask him out to come and invite him to speak for us directly to you guys. So I definitely highly encourage you to please join us in person. This will be a lunch and learn, so there will be lunch provided. We'd love to see you here. And I do want to ask his permission to record, but I want to make sure that I get his blessing. So I will share a link if he says yes. Otherwise, if he doesn't allow us to record, then I'm sorry. Some attorneys are particular. But he did let us last time. He did give us a class last year regarding the mold and the scary fears of mold. If you remember that class, it was well attended. So let's give him another shout out for his annual. He's coming back and giving us another class here on cancellation.
Kelvin, if I may interrupt you a little bit, it's not mold. We learned from him, it's called organic growth.
Organic growth is the label that he wanted to use.
Yes.
Because we're not mold experts. We didn't test the sample, so we don't know if it's mold or not on the property, but I know what mold looks like, okay?
And Kelvin, before you continue and you take a sip, I see that John Wax joined us. John, I know you're so dedicated to our meetings, and I don't want to miss out on you just saying hi. We've begun our meeting with Kelvin, so if you want to say hi real quick.
I would love to thank you, Sylvia, real quick. I wish you all the best. This is a great time to be in real estate. A lot of people are making changes with schools coming out, and with change of life means they need consultations and they need to speak to people to see how they can best serve their needs regarding whether moving out of state or moving into another county because they don't need the large houses that they're living in. And then when they have other quick conversations regarding NHD, tax, environmental, or FHDS card form, please contact me. I'm part of resource, and I've been very proud of being for so many years. And my information's in the chat, and let's have a great meeting. Thank you so much, Sylvia.
Thank you. Back to you, Kelvin.
Okay, so thank you, Jason Hellewell, who is here in person. He will be sponsoring the class as well, providing us lunch. And so that's an opportunity for us to all gather, see each other once again, bringing people together, BPT, and see you guys here tomorrow, 12:30. So there's other classes going on with the board of Arcadia. So I know they do have some expert tips on closing escrows. These are all free classes as well. And if you need some help, you're a newer agent. We have quite a bit of new agents who did join us recently. If you want to learn about your live training with Supra, you can learn about the key, how to use the tools within the Supra functions. I don't know if you guys know this, but your Supra lockbox does have some abilities in there, which is being able to see how many showings. You could print a report. I can share a report with my seller who's very hands-on, wants to know every single person that came into the door. So you can see the quantity and the name and number of who's showing properties. Not only that, you can set a predetermined fixed time. So let's say I only want to show my properties from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's when the seller instructs me. Then I can set the 2 to 6 p.m. schedule or specific days exactly on my lockbox. It could be 1 day per week. It could be many days. I can even set myself a CBS code, which I strongly encourage for every listing, because a CBS code adds an extra layer of you knowing when there's a particular appointment coming through. Because if you don't put a CBS code, call before showing, CBS, then anyone can just go. You could put potentially, especially if you have a nicely priced listing, you could have 3 or 4 parties arriving at the same time, and they're all going to be standing outside or not sure who's first or second. So this allows you to pre-coordinate and use it to your liking. All right, and then you have CRMLS training, which is great. They always rotate various types of trainings, especially different topics on ways to effectively use the matrix, shortcuts, hot sheets, all that cool stuff, auto emails, reverse prospecting. So if you want to learn about Coldwell Banker tools, marketing, these are the links that I'll continue to put on the slides just for you to use as a resource for where to get the resources from. And Sylvia, this is your time again now for management updates. So I think there's a little piece right here you want to share.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Kelvin. So we're doing a little something on kind of to elude over from who are you and the type of person that you want to be, or the person that you see yourself as who you are or who you've been. So I get inspired quite a bit by people, not necessarily celebrities and not necessarily the person next door, but people who have the ability to be extraordinary regardless of their trials and tribulations that are sent their way. And most often you hear people say, well, you know, I grew up without a father. I grew up without a mother. XYZ reasons. But, you know, I always look at a little dog in a shelter, because I'm such an advocate for pets, and especially dogs, is the dog that's most loyal to you and the dog that's most loving and caring is the one that's abandoned, beaten, or, you know, left out to stray. So I came across this story that was actually shared by Sandra Bullock, and I want to share with you because it just hit my heart so much. And part of, you know, bringing people together, the BPT, remember that. So this is Keanu Reeves. He was abandoned by his father at 3 years old and grew up with 3 different stepfathers. He is dyslexic. I hope I said that correctly. His dream of becoming a hockey player was shattered by a serious accident. His daughter died at birth. His wife died in a car accident. His best friend, River Phoenix, died of an overdose. His sister battled leukemia. No bodyguards, no luxury houses. Keanu lives in an ordinary apartment and likes wandering around town and often seen riding a subway in New York City. When he was filming the movie The Lake House, he overheard the conversation of 2 costume assistants, one crying as he would lose his house if he did not pay $20,000 on the same day. Keanu deposited the necessary amount in his bank account. In his career, he has donated large sums to hospitals, including $75 million in his earnings from the Matrix to charities. In 2010, on his birthday, Keanu walked into a bakery and bought a brioche with a single candle, ate it in front of the bakery, and offered coffee to people who stopped to talk to him. In 1997, some paparazzi found him walking one morning in the company of a homeless man in Los Angeles, listening to him and sharing his life for a few hours. This is powerful. I am not sharing with this to make you sad. I'm sharing this to help you realize that sometimes the experiences that you have in life are opportunities to thrive, opportunities to say, this is who I am and this is who I'm going to be. And these are the steps that I'm going to, achievable steps that I'm going to make to get to where I'm going to be. So with that said, I'm just going to share about me a little bit. When I came into this industry, my fear was to be successful. That was my fear. I understand that's a lot of people's fear, but to have too much money for me felt like I was going to change who I was and what my spirit really was. So for those of you out there that we want to help develop you and help, resurrect the talent that you have within you, I want to give a shout out to Drew Clarity. Drew Clarity is one of our agents, and she has taken a couple of listings, and she has been very diligent in coming to the office, asking questions. She goes to Kelvin, she comes to me, she goes to Jael, and some agents on the floor like Helen have helped her out. Drew used to be very shy and very quiet, and I have recognized her yesterday for evolving to be such a a beautiful spirit that is transparent to all of us. When I first met Drew, when she walked into the office, she was very quiet and reserved to herself. So I really couldn't identify who she really was. And yesterday I was out admiring the garden here in our office, and she came out, ran out, gave me a big hug, gave me a lot of compliments. And I'm honestly, I'm not tooting my horn here, but just for her to come out and hug me the way she did, I have to say we're making progress here, Kelvin. And there are so many agents here that have beautiful spirits but have them sheltered. You have your spirit sheltered in a kennel. Let it out. Open that door. Get rid of that kennel. Go out and be you, and trust me, trust you, that the business is going to come like a shower over your head. Thank you. And I believe there's another screen coming up. Do you have access to that, Calvin?
Okay, let me get through that. Hold on a second. Okay.
There you go. Okay, so back to the other one. It's an interesting photo. When I first looked at it, I said, And then it reminds me of a statue we have here that Mark picked out that has been and always will be a conversational piece. It's a team effort of uplifting others. And when I saw this, I said, well, wow, I love this piece. So I want to share with you that even a dog is ready to team play. We can learn sometimes from animals. I learned from Milo. When Milo comes in the office, he comes over to my office and he greets me. And then I talk to Milo. Of course, he doesn't talk back to me, but his eyes speak volumes. And that's one of the beauties that we have here in our office is pay attention to the little things in life, because the little things in life will pay attention to you in ways and forms that you have no idea. So with that, it was a humble story, but it's all part of self-development and self-care. Always remember to self-care, because the rest comes. And I appreciate you all, BPT, bringing people together. Thank you, Calvin.
Thanks for sharing that, Sylvia. I appreciate it.
And babies, the May babies, I know we started off in May. It's kind of something I've begun here with cupcakes in the office. But any of you who are celebrating a birthday today, feliz cumpleaños, happy birthday. We are mindful that a birthday is not a sign of aging. A birthday is a sign of living. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you very much. My dad has celebrated his birthday last week, so we all went out together and were able to have a good time together. But just expanding on the Keanu Reeves story, and we all know Sandra Bullock was a great best, one of his closest friends, and co-acting mate. He didn't allow all the misfortunes, all of the tragedies that he experienced. He also had dyslexia, which is a deficiency in being able to transpose words. So he didn't let that speech impediment stop him from becoming a world famous actor. So even people like that, it really just shows you that despite all the trials and tribulations, and he had many, he still, inspirationally was able to overcome, do what he wanted to, achieve his goals. You have your own goals, and many of you don't have so much disaster or tragedy or losses in your lifestyles or your backgrounds. You may have some. Every one of us have our own difficulties and hurdles and obstacles. Some of us make our obstacles and hurdles much harder than they are. Or they use them as an excuse. And my wisdom or advice to you is these unfortunate things that may have occurred in your lives, use them as your weapons. Use them to drive you even stronger. Use the things that stop you, or your fear of success, Sylvia. Taste that success and see how you can really use that success to the benefit of others or your family. So challenge yourselves. Use a lot of us, most of us, in this room right now, I can see We all have all of our 5 full senses. We all have the ability. We haven't lost a leg or an arm like our fallen soldiers may have. So we all have the full functions, and our brain is the most powerful thing. Your heart is one of the most strongest things. So use these weapons that you have that are fully functional when you're healthy right now. Go out there, go help others, go help the community, go help your families. So that's just my 2 cents before we get into the listing presentation portion, where I'll talk to you guys about consulting sellers. If you want to know about the RPA and some of the revisions, they're all there. And I do need to click into this week's Market Minute before I get into there. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. I'm going to start the CAR website wrap up. May 22nd, 2 days ago, suggests the US economy is gradually losing some momentum. So consumers continue to spend, but at a slower pace, and housing activity sees some stabilization. But at the same time, the resale market in California had a tough month. April was a step back, and lack of new listings, new inventory has been the key issue, like I've been saying. And a lot of people are locked into their property because everything else that if they wanted to move, there's no incentive to move, really. Everything is still high priced, and the mortgage rates are way too high. So even if you purchase a lower priced home, your mortgage payment might be higher than what your existing mortgage payment is. So it really prevents people from moving. It prevents buyers from wanting to buy because they're still hoping that the rates will cool down, which they should. But right now, currently, we're still in that lack of inventory, not many options. And so that's what we're seeing, that little bit of sluggishness in sales. So that's the key points. I won't go into every single detail, but some home builders are getting more sales because there's lack of old existing inventory. So some of the existing home builders who are selling new inventory are seeing a slight tick up in activity and sales. So other than that, that's the key points. Any questions before on the economy, real estate, your transactions before I get into the listing portion?
I have a question, Kelvin. In regards to septic tanks, home warranty were mentioned that to add it on the RPA, which is part of the RPA, to mention that. If and it's a hypothetical question, if the septic tank is not certified and has never been touched for 15 years, the homeowners have disclosed that it's a bi-yearly seasonal home. Only 2 elders have lived in it, and they don't even know where the septic tank is located. They've never had any issues. So having 30 offers on the property, everyone's waiving the certification. Is that something that home warranty, maybe one of the home warranty people can answer, would cover if something is discovered after they move in?
I could answer that, Sylvia. This is Unita with Home Warranty of America. The certification does not have to be done prior to close of escrow. It could be done after, right? So I just had one closing just recently that the seller is doing it as is. The buyer is actually stepping in and pay $400 for the certification after. So that's fine, because the home warranty for us, we have 13 months to go. So if something happened within the 13 months, you will have that certification. We usually don't ask for the certification unless like there is a question mark or things like that, right? And then usually you pump that not every year, you know, the septic tank, like for example, my mom have a septic tank, but then it's only my mom and my dad. So it's only 2 person. They're not using it as much. You know, they usually pump it every once in 3 years. They're not really pumping it on a yearly basis.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And Kelvin, for you as a broker, what would you advise the agents to put on the RPA?
Well, absolutely. You can sell a property as is and tell the buyers, and you have multiple offers, so you have a lot of activity. Seller does not agree to do a septic certification, or seller does not agree to this and this and this. They should disclose. My advice is they should be used. This is a seasonal home that has been used very infrequently. I don't know if they installed the septic tank brand new 15 years ago, you said,
Yes.
but a typical septic tank only has about a 20 to 30 year lifespan. So it's about 5 years left. So it would be a good idea to get home warranty or advise the buyer's agents. The seller will pay for the home warranty for you guys, and definitely add the checkbox for this septic option for the optional service. I agree with Unita. If the seller doesn't want to pay for it, that's fine. It's worth paying $400 to get a certificate saying this is in good standing as of the time of purchase. So that way you have evidence as a buyer that this is not pre-existing defects, and you can prove to any questionable insurance carrier, kind of like home warranty. Many carriers wish to deny claims or not, they don't like to write checks out, but they do want to honor their word. So as long as this is not a pre-existing defect, obviously if someone moves in, a family of 4 using that same home and that same septic tank, it will have more usage than it was prior. So that it is more susceptible to breaking down. So I would disclose the truth. Septic tank it was installed brand new 15 years ago, seasonal home, seller has not occupied the property for many months or years. Seller has no knowledge of any defects of the septic tank. And seller encourages, and listing agent encourages buyers to obtain own certification or inspection of the septic at own expense. That's all you have to do. Disclose.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Very beneficial. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you,
And
Unita. That was very, very good information as well. Appreciate it.
Any
Thank
other
you.
questions on this stuff before we get into this listing presentation portion? All right.
Alvin, if I don't mind,
Yep.
like I want to let everybody know too, we haven't changed price for 4 years. We are going to change a new updated brochure in about a month and so. And one of the items that is really cool that we're going to be adding a homeowner insurance as part of our home warranty, which means like if they have a secondary damage, the home warranty company will cover them up to additional $1,000 for deductible for them. So that's something we're going to be adding it into our home warranty. The price went up about $40. So keep it posted. We'll let you know once the brochure coming in. Thank you.
Thanks, Unita, and congratulations. I know you got another award from HWA for your sales and doing a great job for the agents in your within your company. What keeps
Thank
you
you.
motivated? What keeps you going on? What really?
What keeps me? What's my why is definitely my daughters and my dad. As you know, my dad is not healthy. He's always sick. That these are like, I actually help them, support them. So I appreciate every single orders coming in from me because it definitely support me and my family as well. That's my why, because I want to make sure my family is taken care. I want to make sure my dad is taken care, and that's all it is. Me as personally, I don't need much stuff. I think the family do. So thank you again. And that's the why.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
And
Awesome.
and you know what? I also do help. I also love helping my clients too. When I started it, I don't really speak English. I came here with nothing. And, I have people along the way helping me and taking care of me and help me support me until now. So in the same time with the homeowners that not speak English, they need help. I feel they're obligated to help them because I want to make sure they got taken care too. So that's what it is too. So.
Well, I'm pleased to hear you did not let your lack of English skills stop you from doing sales here. And so many of us use that. Oh, I can never learn English. Oh, I don't know how to use technology or an app or a brand new product like Moxie. I'm too scared of exploring and experimenting and learning.
Yep.
That's stopping you. That's stopping you from your success. You're staying in your box. Okay.
Yep.
And guess what? You're going to keep getting those same boxed results. If you really want to grow and expand your wings and really thrive and adapt, that's evolution, guys. Okay. I hope you guys evolve. Now, let's get into the seller's presentation. But before I get there, I do want to share with you how to get to this section, because if you just go into your login to mycbdesk.com, you can go into a section called advertising. This is the Dream campaign. The newest campaign this year is really about helping sellers dream and buyers, home ownership of dreams. So all this cool stuff is here. There's the 2023 seller presentation. So I'm showing you exactly where I'm getting my resources, which is available to every single one of you. I love this listing presentation because it's customizable and I can make it my own. And it's a PowerPoint version. So after you download this, it's a large file. Then you can go in and let me go ahead and stop shares and open up the PowerPoint. Now this is where I am sitting in a table with a seller. And I'm going to be starting my presentation and trying to get these sellers to hopefully list with me. If you wish to be part of this process, I'll just cover the slides and the talking points and the phrases that I use as a listing agent. But if you want to challenge me or ask me questions or stop me, absolutely, let's make this interactive. I don't mind you trying to put me on my toes and give you how do I respond? How do I react? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. Any questions? But so this is called the presentation. What you can do is get into here in PowerPoint and you would be able to add slides in, or you can add a background about yourself or your resume or your past sales or pictures of what you've done really great or not. But these is to supplement anything you want about yourself personally. And then this is covering everything about the company, Coldwell Banker. Some of you are going out there, like I know Sharmona is doing a presentation to her, to a school. They're being invited and some people are putting over their booths. And so she asked, can I have some resources? And I said, yeah, they're all at your fingertips, guys. So I showed her this and then she goes, oh, this is so beautiful. This is very impressive. So she's excited to go out and customize and make this her own. So that way she could play it at her booth and put it on her iPad and have it loop around, making her look like a professional, even though she doesn't have to put too much effort into customizing this. So these are all there. Let's start the slideshow and let's just talk about how I'd start off with a presentation. So I thank the seller for the opportunity to meet here in person. I arrive early, I come dressed sharp, and I come prepared. I've done homework. I usually will have my CMA along with me printed out, or if I've given it to my seller prior, I already have my talking points about what's good and bad about the market. So here I'm just coming down and talking to the seller face to face. And I like to do it near the kitchen table or the living room because that's usually where they feel comfortable. And I come, I don't come with too much paper. I don't want to distract the homeowner with all this paperwork because that starts to get them alert and gets their walls up when you ask them to sign anything. I just come with, the CMA itself, and I come with myself and I look, I want them to focus on me, my words, and just my advice. So thank you for the opportunity, seller. I'm very grateful and respectful of your time. I really want to cover in the next 25 minutes together with you how Coldwell Banker and myself will really achieve your dreams in selling your property for maximum dollar. Just by the way, where do you intend to go if you were to sell this price and you got the right, what's your intentions? Oh, you plan to go out of California. Yes, there has been a big trend in people moving out of state recently. So you want which state? Where do you want to go? Texas? Yes. So I try to build up some rapport. I don't know where direction it can go, but I need to be sharp in my responses. Oh, you're planning to go move to the east of California? Yes. Did you know there is AB 1482? This allows you to move your home ownership property tax basis to same tax basis to another anywhere within California. So if they move out of state or in state, I'll have a nice response. Okay. Did you know is a great way that the property tax basis is better than Prop 60 and Prop 90 in the past, because everywhere in California now qualifies, even if you purchase a property that's greater than your sales price. Okay, there's a formula where they will just tax you on the difference. So that's one of the things that avoids or stops, let's say, retirees, seniors, and empty nesters. That's the one thing is they want to know, to make them feel more assured, is they want to be able to take their tax basis to the next property, and because they purchased at a very low price. Now, Coldwell Banker has been guiding people home for over 117 years. And we take deep pride in really creating and exceeding standards in every aspect of the real estate experience. I'm here sitting in front of you to give you that full experience, to make sure all your questions are answered. And if I don't have the solutions at the moment, I will go to my manager or my broker. I'll look it up. I'll do some research for you. I want to make sure I have your 100% buy-in, that I want to make sure it's as smooth and painless process as possible. What we're going to do today, seller, is I would really like to give you an opinion of value of your property. I want to help prepare you for the selling process, and I'll even give you some talking points or ideas to maximize your resale value. So there are some things that I want to cover before I give you my opinion of value. Do you mind, seller, if I take a moment right now to get a tour of your home? Please share with me the things that you have done to your property and what are the best features of your home. I would love for you to share to me the selling points as if I were a buyer. Let's take a quick tour. How about that? I want to take this pause in the presentation to allow me to build more rapport with the seller. It buys me time to give me more time, things to think about. And then I want the seller to sell me her home. Tell me what are the things that they've done. Brag about the items. And then I also need to, before I give my value, I want to be able to see the whole property myself. So that way I have a stronger presentation before I sit down. So the seller will give me a tour. I'll say, oh, I like this color. I like that furniture. I like this room. Whatever it is I see, I add some comments. And then I get back to the table. Don't forget, I'm looking, not just, I'm also smelling. I'm using all of my peripheral senses. I want to be able to smell, because I can smell dampness. I can smell fresh paint. I can smell and see if something has been repaired or patched. I can see deficiencies, defects, cracks, holes. I can ask questions during this time. Oh, I see this part has been painted. Is this part of the ceiling? Was there a leak in the past up in your bathroom upstairs? I question things. I learn about the property. Hey, that's part of the process, guys. And I want to just hear the seller talk about what they've done, what kind of history, what kind of problems, and that way I can pinpoint and make my pricing a lot more accurate. Okay, so if you could live anywhere, where would you be? I would ask the seller to come back down to the room, talk about where would they like to go, open up a world of what their dreams would be like, or family gatherings, or what's important to them. What are their dreams, right? So this is something that's cool. When I consult them, this is material that I usually give to them earlier, like a pre-listing package. So it is really true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams. Let's make them a reality, because you said you've been here for the past 15, 20 years. You've always wanted to move to Texas, or you always wanted to have a dream home with a large yard or a farm or whatever it is. You don't have to stay in your box forever. That's why I'm here. If you have a goal of selling your property, let me assist you, and I can even work with your next agent, whoever's going to be, help them with timelines and where you're going to go. and I can structure the contract so that way it's effortless on your half, so that way you're not homeless for a period of time while you're purchasing your next property. And if you could live anywhere, where would you be? What would it be like? Coldwell Banker, you know, the North Star is really guiding people home to the home for the past 117 years, like a navigation or a sailor back in the past. The North Star has always been pointing people light so they can navigate all the obstacles and the waves of the ocean and all the different weather patterns. Despite nature and all of the things going on, you know, we as realtors, what we do best is really help navigate the difficulties of the escrow process and the selling process, because there are so many issues, and especially in California, that can complicate things. For example, when you sell a property, you know, do you plan to make any repairs or any improvements to the property for the new buyer? Is there anything wrong with the property right now that's broken? Do you think there are any areas that impact the desirability negatively, impacts the sale, the value? Is there anything negative about this property that you want to share? And most homeowners always believe their home is perfect or nothing's wrong. And then obviously they want to get the maximum value, so they won't share anything. But at the same time, we know that no home is perfect. We know that there are areas that could be improved. So part of the consultation that I do with the seller would be to advise them, hey, well, you know what? I noticed when we were walking through the property that there are some rooms or some areas that can be spruced up. It will help whether you use me or not as your listing agent. I do think it's a good idea to do A, B, and C things. Perhaps it's replace the flooring or the carpet. I might say to paint a certain room or the entire house. I might ask them to tidy up and move a lot of stuff into the garage. I might ask them to take down some family photos or some religious items, or I might ask them to take away different shrines and kind of just make the space a lot more broad, general, and appeal to a wide array of customers and people who would walk through the property. And then I would ask them maybe to repair certain items or improve a light fixture. And that worked. My most recent listing agent with Jung, together we gave a consultation. I told the seller, let's paint. I want you to change a few light fixtures in your bedrooms and bathrooms. And the sellers listened. They tried listing the property with another company, did not work. But after Jung and I's consultation, we sold it over asking. Okay, that's not by accident. We sold it during a period of time where rates were 7% plus. So it's, for us, in the toughest environment, we were able to achieve and exceed the seller's expectations simply by giving them good advice. That's really all we did. And we did it quickly. So at the end of the day, you know, I want you to really put your heart into things. And if they decide not to do it, then that's fine. They don't have to do everything. I can still sell it as is, but I still think we're going to have to price your property then to appeal to the cost-conscious buyer who can do, well, let's price our property to appeal to someone who wants to fix their own property. And that makes sense. Here's a strategy that I would say. Yes, I know a lot of your items in your home is as is condition, and it's maybe your seller has not improved anything in the property for the last 20 years. It's original condition. So I'll say, I can sell this property first time on the market in the last 20 years. Great opportunity to renovate and improve a home exactly to the buyer's preferences. Customize your dream home to have the colors and the new bathroom and the new kitchen or whatever it is, the new flooring materials this is a great opportunity for many buyers who want to have that fun and that experience in designing their own home. And maybe you got to pop out some windows and replace them with retrofit ones. Maybe they can really redesign the floor plan because the walls are too confining and I want to expand and open up the living room, family room area. Maybe I want to add a patio to the backyard and really have a nice enclosed area, or move my laundry to this section of the room. Whatever it is, I would think about some ideas, and then I'll tell the sellers to, this is how I'm going to present it to the buyers who come in, because we're going to price this at an attractive price, give them the idea of the selling points, of the lot size, of the square footage, and this is going to be going quickly or going fastly. I really want to make the sense of urgency that, you know, this will appeal to those type of buyers who can really afford slash customize, because I know so many homes in San Gabriel Valley are built in the 50s, 60s. That's after our World War II soldiers returned back from the war. We had to build many homes quickly, and since then many homes haven't been improved. They're not really great floor plans. They have tiny, small closets. They only have bedrooms that are no connected bathrooms or very small suites. And I can see that in many of the older style homes, they did not have a lot of belongings. So yes, they do have smaller areas and rooms. So how do we adapt our homes today to appeal to the buyers today? That everyone likes open floor plan, everyone likes brand new this and that. So to me, I'll spin it to the buyers in the right way, which is, look, buyers, yes, you can go out there and buy this brand new home. Look, I already know the competition. You can buy that remodeled home. It's got the same square footage, same features of this property. However, that one has been brand new or remodeled recently. But buyer, if you buy that home, look at that price. It's $100,000 more than this home. For $100,000 difference, you definitely can do a lot of great things to this home. But the great thing is, one, you're getting to pick the materials instead of someone else thinking what you like, the colors that you like, the materials, the stone. But when you get to spend the money yourself, you get to also follow the process. You get to learn more about your home. It's an intimate thing, being able to open up walls and know exactly how your home was built and constructed. When I remove this flooring, you can see deficiencies, you can smoothen out areas, you can fix and repair items that potentially could be a big problem later on, being able to see when you open up certain areas. And then I can really put the cabinets exactly where I want, the height that I want, the quartz or granite that I want to use. And then I could pick all my materials of the lighting and the color schemes, the theme of my home, and make this special. I love doing that. And with a budget of $100,000, guess what, guys? With that kind of difference in pricing, guess what that buyer who buys that new home is going to have to do? Sure, they could open and enjoy the home right away, but they plan to be there for more than 10 years, don't you think? And if you're going to be there more than 10 years, what do you think $100,000 that you have to pay for that next remodeled home, how much do you have to pay in property tax difference? Well, over here, for example, in El Monte, the property tax is 1.4%. So if you have to pay that property tax of $100,000 more, and year over year, compound that for 10 years, you're paying an extra $1,400 for year one. And then you compound that for 10 years. That's going to be in excess of another $20,000 plus of property tax that you get to save if you purchase this one that's $100,000 less than that property, because you're not going to get you're not going to get taxed in the improvements that you make when you do these in your home, because it's not built into the price. Property tax is based on the sales price. So let's get a value, make this your dream, your home, spend a couple of months improving that home, and I'm going to teach these buyers about the reasons why it's a great benefit to work on your and remodel and do a fixer upper on yourself, and choose your own handyman, contractors, and specialty persons who can design this home the way you want it. By doing it this way, seller, I make buyers feel more comfortable in writing that attractive price to you. I make them feel more confident in taking an old home and the enjoys, and I really just kind of want to expand on the activities of buying your home and selling it to them. Okay, that's what a great listing consultant will do for you. And I see no other person that's more comfortable or great at the language / I have a good idea of what it costs to change out a bathroom, to remodel a kitchen, to change a roof. All of these things that you are afraid of, my job is to calm them down. Okay. I do that. I have a proven track record. I hope to be your listing consultation. And then I get into the pricing of the property. Here's your CMA. I share with you the CMA because this CMA really ultimately is the value of your home, based as most people price a home is the desirability and the value of its neighborhood. And it's important to understand what the competition is. Appraisers will use the same methodology as myself, which is using comps of within the last 6 months of sales of nearby homes down the street. And so let's talk about this material. Let's talk about the active homes that is our competition. And then I'll give them the price that I did my homework on. So Coldwell Banker, we have a seller's assurance program, and this is to make you confident and the guarantees that I will do, the steps that I will take in selling your home. And we have proven success. So 2022, our agents have sold over $600,000 sides in the US alone, which is one of the top sales throughout the country in any brand. We are proven, we're powerful, we're personal. So our sales volume is number one in the entire globe of the most real estate sales of any company. So why work with anyone else? We have the largest reach. We're in many, many different countries and 40 different countries and territories with the largest network of agents, affiliates. So I can tell you, these are all recognizable brands in Coldwell Banker and what we do to position your property and get it marketed online. And we have a brand new website, coldwellbanker.com. So check it out. You can see placing your property here is the best website to put it on, besides our CRMLS, MLS. And here are some steps that we'll take to really maximize your selling price. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to do some projects before we list your property, these are great ideas to really focus on. Okay, you can take that same space before and after. I know you don't want to do anything, but just throwing it out there with a budget of $20,000. Imagine if you take your room and make it look like this after picture down here. Don't you think people will pay more for your home when it looks like this? I'm going to hire a professional photographer and really get the best lighting, the best time of day. And we could talk about different things about how we're going to stage the home to make it really appealing. And then it's just a whole circle of different things that we do in promoting your property. And these are the variety of things that I'm going to make sure and ensure that we get done. A full 360 property marketing, video, online social media, yard signs. Well, I'm going to do all of these steps because that's why you're hiring me. And that's why you're paying for the 5% that I asked for. And 96% of home buyers do use the internet. And that's why when we put it up on online, Coldwell Banker has the #1 most visited viewers, unique viewers, than any other company out there. And these are our competition views from an independent media trends website. According to these different things, We expose it on all of these different websites right here and more. It actually gets syndicated to more than 100 different websites, but those are the ones that are most popular. We'll write and customize a single property website for you. Through my tools on my CB desk, I can get into Moxie, and Moxie will give you a property website and really customize all these different great features about your property, so they know that when they look at this property, they're going directly to the source of the information, which is myself. And I'll even post it on social media, and there's so much engagement going on at the Coldwell Banker's website. So check it out for yourself. See what kind of properties are out there. And I hope you make the right decision in listing your property with me at Coldwell Banker. Because 80% of agents do rely on agents. And at the same time, you know, you have many options out there, but at the same time, not all of the options are going to have the right service given to you. Okay, there are many agents out there, but my dedication, my commitment to you, and what I promise to you, my word is solid. I hope we can learn to grow each other. I hope I can give you weekly updates. And if you want to be involved and not whatnot, then let's continue on. I'm running out of time. Just wanted to show you what the listing presentation looks like, the talking points that I go through, and these are really effective slides to really help you do a pre-listing packet to your clients and make them feel looking forward to meeting with you when you really sit with them face to face. Okay, so that's what it looks like. There's still another 15 more slides. Coldwell Banker is in the news. We're the #1 rated real estate 11 years in a row by an independent story. And that's what it looks like. So take use of the slides. This is what a CMA, I talked to them about, you know, all the different strategies that we do. And that's the end. If you want to know what number where Coldwell Banker is #1 on, I'll get into our new listings right now. But if you want to know what we are #1 in trust. Coldwell Banker has, and they've done the research that people perceive Coldwell Banker agents as more trusted, more honest, having more integrity than any other of the companies. We have the least amount of complaints, I guess, and the #1 most visited real estate brand online. We talked about that. We advertise greater than any other country or competitor, and we have the highest sales volume, 295 billion in sales volume. We have a good number of sides and the number of impressions. These are all things that our Coldwell Banker makes great in 2022. This is the most recent one. Okay, so this is called the 2022 Quotables. If you ever want to download that, it's also in your My CB Desk area. And I'm going to finish up our PowerPoints with our new listings. Any questions on the listing presentation slides?
No questions, but just a comment, Kelvin, what a jewel we have access at our fingertips. So we've had agents that have been with us for 6 years. I know we keep talking about it, we keep mentioning it, we want to show them, and they're still surprised that we have it. So shame on you for not coming by, because the power is here at your fingertips. You want to be ready. Because I'll give you an example. If Kelvin, myself, and one of you are going to the same listing appointment, you want to be ready. You want to be ready to be at your best game, and you can.
Thank you. So the reason why I did the listing presentation today, because I know this is the market to take listings of any other market right now, with a lack of inventory and lack of all this shopping and options. Everyone who's getting a listing now is getting much more business, much more activity. They're selling quickly. So I know it's, I'm really strongly telling you, go out there, because these sellers have a very narrow window of time. This is starting to begin, the beginning of summer. Peak activity is happening now, lack of inventory, price it, get it on the market now, because all these buyers don't have many options. They're going to pay top dollar for your home. They're going to compete. There's going to be multiple offers. So I don't know why you're not doing it. I don't know why you're not taking more listing prices. I don't know why you're not reaching out to more people. Okay. Sylvia is doing Friday prospecting calls. Okay. Or she'll go out with you and she's been doing it every week. She's consistent in her prospecting. Why aren't you? Okay. So if you want to learn more about that, talk to her. She'll set up a schedule with you. Will help you get through the tough part, which is just doing it your first time or second time. And then once you make a habit out of things, guess what? It becomes a lot easier as you become stronger, especially if you're doing it with support. That's why we're here, guys. So the rate hikes should be ending. Hopefully we'll start seeing some stability for a few months, and then subtly we'll still see some rate reductions, hopefully at the end of 2023. So this market right now is the period of time where they can still get a lot of top dollar for these sellers. So I just want to talk about a couple of different things. And that's pretty much it. I'm done. I covered a lot of those slides at last sales meeting. Any questions before I get into our new listings? Because I know I'm running short on time. And I do want to congratulate to Joan Huang. She has a new listing with 4+ acres, 250,000. This is in Phelan. And talk to her if you have any buyers looking for raw vacant land with for only 250,000. Elaine has a beautiful new listing here at 734 New Depot Street, Los Angeles. A multi-family with 998,000 for 3 units. Where can you get multi-family 3 units under 1 million? Large square footage, 2730. This is a very good price. It probably has rent control in this Los Angeles area. So talk to her, but definitely the price is right. Esther has a beautiful listing here, single family, 3455 Burton Ave in Rosemead, 2-bed, 1-bath, 864 square feet for 788,000. But it's a single family in a good area of Rosemead. So this should sell, even though it's a little bit smaller side. I do think it will sell because it is a very nice, attractive home when you check out the inside. 8504 Huntington Drive, Arcadia, very close to the Santa Anita Westfield Mall. This condo selling for $769,000 for almost 1,400 square feet. Congrats to Angel. She's an excellent pro. And this Sam Chow has 1234 Wilshire Boulevard. This is a 4th-story unit condo for $629,000. It's 1,130 square feet with 1 bed, 1.5 bath. Very elegant, modern look. Very pleasing photography. This is what it's about, guys. This is really inviting the attractiveness to getting someone to come in and check out your property. I love what Lorena's doing. She's got 4805 Ophelia Lane in Ontario. She's on fire. She's been busy. Single family home, 730,000 gets you a nice 2,500+ square foot newer construction PUD. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath Ontario home in a nice community. Has a very Mediterranean feel with a tile roof. Very nice corner lot home. Henry Liu has this coming soon. It's 10409 Milowan Street in Temple City. If you're looking for a single family here in Temple City under $1 million, this is very rare. This is a great opportunity to get this property, 7,000+ lot size, 1,422 square foot. It's actually pretty rare to get a $1 million single family with this lot. So I feel this will go quickly. Talk to Henry. And Anna Hui, she's got a gorgeous walnut home, 980 Estate Court. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,835 square foot newer build home. Huge 51,000 lot size. So this probably has some hillside views. It's over 1 acre, single family at 1.7 million. This is probably a lot of custom materials inside. I love the garage door look. Definitely is worth checking out. And Henry has another rental. This is in Fontana, 979 square foot on a large 13,000 lot size, 2,300 per month for 7888 Maple Avenue. We have another lease over here in Pasadena. Steve Hang has 76 Sierra Bonita Ave, number 4 for rent. This condominium is 3,000 per month. Kevin Kahn has a rental at 212 Electric Avenue, front unit A, Alhambra. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath is leasing for 3,000 per month. And Carmen, she's got a lease over here in Arcadia, First Avenue. 2 beds, 3 baths, 1,520 square foot condominium for 3,500 per month. Nancy and Michael are tag teaming this 14848 Herschel Avenue in Fontana, 3,100 per month for this lovely single family, greater than 2,100 square foot. Talk to them. And Carmen has another rental. This is 685 First Avenue, Arcadia. 4 beds, 4 baths, 2,170 square feet, condominium for 4,500 per month. Congrats to Milton. He's got 3,500 per month lease. This is 28 Peoria Street in Pasadena. 1 bed, 1 bath, single condo, 3,500 a month. And Amy has another rental. This is 222 Central Ave, Los Angeles. 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,087 square foot condo for $3,250 per month. And we got some closings to celebrate for. Daniel Wong closed in Temple City, 1.368 million for this lovely Wilmont Ave Temple City listing single family. And Julia got her lease finally completed, 1422 Diamond Court, Redlands. Henry Liu has sold this Azusa industrial property, over 1.11 acres, sold at 2.2 million. Congrats to Henry on this nice loan. He also sold this single family for 721,000 in West Covina. Congrats to Henry and his team. And Lorena just closed in Baldwin Park, 570 square foot single family home. Angel also closed in her Diamond Bar condominium. This is a $750,000 purchase at 2935 Malaga Circle. Cherry Wong closed on her escrow, 1035 Donna Beth Avenue, West Covina. This is a 2015 square foot single family. Congrats to Cherry Wong. She's a brand new agent, guys. She just joined us 45 days ago and she's already closed escrow. So congrats to Cherry. I'm very excited for her bright new future. Very excited for her. Anything else that we missed coming soon or needs and wants? If not, thank you all for sticking around to the very end. I'm sorry I went over our allotted time, but I appreciate you sticking with me and going through the listing presentation and all the news that we had to cover today. Thank you all. It's been a great time, and I'll see you guys next week for Kelvin's Keys to Success. I will be redoing on the first Thursdays of the month my live Kelvin Broker Fast Start Bootcamp program for you new agents who really want to get in depth and spend 2.5 hours with me. And then in 2 weeks, we'll have our sales meeting. Also, tomorrow, reminder, we got Kelly Richardson, attorney, and we also have the CEO of CRMLS, Art Carter, who's on our calendar schedule for an upcoming CRMLS direct training, talking about the top violations and everything that the good things that he has to share about the best features of the MLS. And so if you want to make sure you come out, because this is live, it's not easy to get CEOs of companies like Kelly Richardson and Art Carter to come to our office, but they're doing it for us because of our relationships. And we're very happy to use our relationships for your benefit. Thank you all, guys. See you there.
Great meeting. Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.